Hey everyone, my name is Drina Smith and I am a yoga teacher at Yoga Revelation. Today I'm going to share with you some practices that you can use when you are doing crow pose, which also is Bakasana. So we're going to start on our backs. So if you have your yoga mat, let's get started. Oh, what you also need is a yoga block. So mine I have purchased from Amazon. I can leave a link in my description below. If you don't have a yoga block, you could use a really thick book if you have it in your home. This is something that you can do without a yoga block if you would like. So we're going to start on our backs. So getting used to the feel of how your core draws in. When you inhale, take an inhale. And as you exhale, try to make a shush sound, like shh. And at the same time, draw into that lower part of the belly. And you kind of want to feel that your pelvis is going in and up and engaging those lower belly muscles, okay? So we're going to allow our hands to drop down to the sides, just focusing on the lower part of the body. As we take another inhale, exhale, draw that navel in, the pelvis in and up, lift the knees off of the floor, and bring the knees into the chest as much as you can. And then hold, take an inhale. And then exhale, hands come up, just an extension over your shoulders, and then flex your palms. Keep breathing here. Your next exhale, we're going to do the same thing again, drawing the belly in, pelvis up and towards the navel. Bring the knees even more closer to the backs of the arms. And just notice, and keep breathing here, where are your knees located on the back of your arms? More than likely, this is the lift that we have when we take our Bakasana pose. Okay, so everyone is different. Your anatomy is different, so don't worry about where your knees are on the back of your arms, okay? To get even more deeper into this pose, take a couple breaths here. As you inhale, point both of your toes. Your exhale, press your palms even more towards the ceiling as if you were holding it up. And then press your knees up against the back of your arms and your arms towards the back of your knees. Hold this, take a couple breaths. And your next exhale, let it all go. Head back down onto the mat, shoulders back down, arms come down, bottoms of the feet come down into the mat, okay? And take a couple breaths. And really, you could do this with your eyes closed and you can really channel in parts of the body where you're just like, whoa, what just happened? So I feel it in the core. I can feel it in the hips. I can also feel it in the shoulders when I press my palms up against the ceiling. So we're going to try that one more time. So you can take an inhale. Exhale. Draw the belly in and up. Bring the knees into the chest as far as they would go. And then stop. Take an inhale. Lift the arms. Flex the palms. Exhale. Press the ceiling up. Bring the shoulders and the head off the floor. And then engage that core, really drawing those knees up towards the back of the arms into the knees. And then your next exhale, lower everything down onto the mat. And take a moment just to notice. Right, when we feel those challenges, just reconnect with the breath. Now rolling over to our side. And come over to hands and knees. So I'm going to show you when you do your cat-cow how exactly you can put your palm. So your palm press. The press into the mat is so important, okay? So you're pressing more into the thumb and index finger, really cupping around the finger pads so that you put less strain on your wrist, okay? So really pressing down into the mat. Practice that press. And also, you see how if I put my palms right here, I'm making my stance very narrow, okay? So allow your shoulders to have space, broaden across the collarbones, and allow there to be more space in between your hands, okay? The shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all stacked in one line. But how we hug in, when we say hug in the upper arms, we're drawing the elbows in to support our body weight, okay? And really press into the mat, okay? So turn to the length of your mat and practice that press. Now the knees are hip width distance apart. And the knees are right underneath of the hips. So when we do our cat-cows, how we're practicing for Bakasana is when we do our cat, we're pressing our palms down into the mat. And then we're drawing the space away, making the space bigger in between our shoulder blades, okay? So pressing, drawing the navel in and up. Pelvis comes in and up. And then as we inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone. Allow the shoulders to draw away from one another. Small the space in between the back of the shoulders. And allow yourself to inhale. Exhale, press into the mat. Curl the upper back. Chin goes towards the chest. Navel draws up and in. Pelvis comes up and in. And then exhale, come to a neutral spine. And now practice with the knee coming up to the back of the arms. Lift one knee on your inhale. Exhale, slide and glide that knee up towards the back of the arm. Doesn't matter where it goes. If it doesn't touch, it doesn't matter. Just try to get it up there and then come back. All in practice, right? All in good fun. Inhale, lift the other knee up. Exhale, draw the belly up and in. Tap, and then draw back down. All right, do this 2 more times. And then on the next time after, inhale, lift, tap, and then slide up. Then lower back down. Inhale, lift the right knee off the ground. Tap on the back of the arm, and then draw the belly up and in as you slide up. Okay. So then next, we're going to do a wide knee child's pose. So allow the knees to draw out to the sides of the mat. Extend the arms and the hands. Go face up. Allow yourself to drop into this pose. You can ball your fist up. And just to relax the arms and the palms. And then slowly lift your gaze. Take an inhale and grab your yoga block. We're going to bring this right behind our heels. So placing the heels right on top of that block. Now we're in a squat. All right. So now we're extending the arms right in front of us. Just like we did on the floor. We're going to take an inhale. Exhale, drawing the knees up towards the chest as much as we can. Drop the backs of the arms down onto your knees. And just press. Press the palms just like you would have a mat just in front of you. Inhale, draw them away. Exhale, press away. Knees go on the back of the arms. Inhale. Exhale, press them away. Knees go on the back of the arms. Okay. So you're trying that, and that is working a lot on drawing the knees in towards the chest. And you get to practice that length of where your knee touches on the back of your arms. Okay. Did that a lot in practice even before lifting off the ground. So when you want to practice lifting off of the ground, we're going to actually stand with the whole foot, both feet on top of your yoga block. Okay, so when you are ready to lift, you put both feet on top of your yoga block. Balance here. And then touch your hands down onto the mat right in front of you. You might want to, for me, I cannot reach, if you're not ready to put your hips over top of your body to lift yourself forward, you could just let your knees go out to the side. Put your palms down onto the mat first. Practice with that press. And then you start to just lift your heart and your chin towards the front of your mat. Heart and chin towards the front of the mat. And then start to close your knees together so that you can rest them on the backs of your arms. And then you just start to drift forward, hug the elbows in. So if your elbows are way out like this, you want to draw them in towards the body. And we're not even going anywhere yet. We're just lifting as much as you can. Press your palms down into the mat. Press away from the mat. Upper body, just around the shoulder blades, is really doing what our cat pose is doing. Creating that space in between the shoulder blades. Squeeze the upper arms in and back. Ooh, and then press back. That is a lot of work. So once you get the hang of that step is just bringing the hips over top of the shoulders. So you're just getting the hips to lift all your body weight and just feeling how much weight your whole body is supported by your hands. So again, you can do that again with me. And this time we're going to see if we can lift one foot off. So we're really bringing the heel as close as we can to the hips. Palms come down. Knees squeeze in. Elbows squeeze in. Palms down into the mat. Peek the body forward. Squeeze one heel in as much as you can. And then lower back down. Other hip. Squeeze in. Come back down. So much work, right? All right, this time we're just gonna hold it for a second. Let's see if we can get both heels up and squeeze in towards the hips. Palms down. Heart and chin gaze forward towards the top of your mat. Hug the elbows into the midline of the body. Knees go onto the backs of the arms. One hug in. Two hug in. Oh, and then we can lower back down. Ooh. Take a rest. Even though I have been practicing Bakasana for a year now, it is different every time. It's a challenge every time, but in yoga, it's so great to have those wonderful challenges because it shows you over time that you grow. So I encourage you to try out those really good challenges, and you can see how much you can grow in such a short amount of time, or even if it takes you a journey, it is so worth it. So I hope to see you at Yoga Revelation. And if you like this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, and take care. I'll see you next time.